All right, in this lesson we're going to learn how to use units to help us solve some problems, and so this is called unit analysis. And if we were going to use our tracking units here, if we were adding or subtracting several values, the units are going to stay the same. So for example, if we have 12 feet minus 8 feet, that's like if you walk 12 feet forward and then 8 feet backward, you will have actually walked 4 feet. So the numbers subtract and the units stay the same. Now, if we're multiplying or dividing units, the units actually multiply or divide just like the numbers. An example there would be if I was taking the area of a rectangle and it was 10 feet by 2 feet, the 10 times the 2 would give me 20. And in this case, since I'm multiplying, the feet multiply together, giving me 20 square feet. So that's how you would work that one. Now here's a situation where if I had 10 feet per second and I divided that by 2 feet, what's going to happen is, remember, the units multiply or divide just like numbers. So in this case, the feet's a numerator, a feet's a denominator. So those are going to cancel. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and the unit that I have left is seconds. Okay, so let's move on to this one where I have 50 feet per second, and I wanted to convert that to miles per hour. Now I know that the number of feet in a mile is 5,280 feet per 1 mile. I also know that the number of seconds in an hour, there are 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour, that we would have 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. So let's see how to use the units. So I have 50 feet per second, and I want to change that to miles per hour. So I'm going to do the feet part first. So I have this 5,280 feet. So do I write it as 1 all over 5280 in my equation? Or do I write it as 5280 all over 1 in my equation? Well, let's look at the units. We have feet as a numerator in what we're starting with, and we want miles per hour, so the feet are going to have to go away. So I'm going to put that as a denominator. So what I'll do is I'll multiply 50 feet per second times 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. And so what we can see that if we multiply that, this feet in the numerator will cancel with this feet in the denominator, giving me miles in my final answer. But we're not done yet because we still have seconds. So let's figure out what to do with the seconds. So notice that I have a seconds here in the denominator. It's 50 feet per 1 second. And what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to get rid of the seconds unit. So since this second is a denominator, how about if I put the 3,600 seconds as a numerator over here? 1 hour. So if I multiply this out, what you're going to see is going to happen is my units, this feet will cancel with that feet. The seconds here will cancel with this seconds, and my answer is, sure enough, it's going to be in miles per hour. So all I have left to do is actually do the multiplication. So I'm going to multiply 50 times 3,600 and divide that by 5,280. So let me do that. And that gives me 34.09 miles per hour. Let's try one more here. want to convert 5,276 centimeters to yards. So I've got 5,276 centimeters. So there are 2.54 centimeters in an inch. So let's get rid of the centimeters and convert it to inches. So I'll put this all over 1. And I want to get rid of the centimeters. So the centimeters must go on the bottom. And I've got 1 inch. Now I'm going to want to change the inches to feet. So the inches are going to need to go away. So I'm going to say that's times 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Now what I'm going to have left, as you can see, this is where we're at so far. We've got the centimeters gone. We've got the inches gone. And I've got feet left. So to get rid of the feet, I'm going to want to put feet into the bottom. And of course the conversion is 3 feet, right, in 1 yard. So I would take this and I would say 1 yard per 3 feet. And what you're going to see is the feet are going to cancel. And the only unit I'm going to have left is the yards. So multiplying and dividing the numbers, I would have I've got 57.70 yards.